and predictable. It's why as women, we think you're boring. Again, it's just another difference between us, not good or bad or right or wrong, just another difference between us as men and women. As women in general, we like chaos and drama and disruption of routine. That's what makes us feel alive and engaged in life. We abhor structure. As women, we abhor structure and routine because we want to do what we want to do, and we think it's boring to have that routine. Structure holds us accountable, and we don't want accountability. So we want to do what we want to do when we want to do it and thrive on that instability because, again, it makes us feel engaged and alive. Ergo, why we are attracted to bad boys, because they're chaotic. And we think that's exciting and it adds drama and passion to our lives. In general, good men are steady and consistent and predictable. It's why as women, we think you're boring. Again, it's just another difference between us, not good or bad or right or wrong, just another difference between us as men and women. As women in general, we like chaos and drama and disruption of routine.
Is that the loop?
Yeah, I think you pretty much at the end.
Okay.
So
hold on, let me switch it.
Yeah. Look, I realized a long time ago that women get bored faster than men do. It's evident. Take sports, for example. We could sit and watch a 3-hour football game, NBA playoff game. Just give me something to eat, something to drink. I'm going to post up in front of that TV. I'm going to have a good ass time.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where the compromises come in when you're dealing with the opposite sex, right? Because they're generally the ones that want to go out and do stuff. Look, I just went to an adult costume party last weekend where me and my wife dressed alike. I didn't initiate that, but I did it, to kind of make her happy because she'll sit and watch football with me. She'll try to do things that I like. So you got to reciprocate that. But it becomes a challenge in long-term relationships because we always talk about how women file for divorce the majority of the time. And it's generally them saying it's because they're not happy. But what they don't realize is men by nature are designed to chase their purpose and their destiny. And to achieve your purpose or your destiny, you have to be steady and consistent and reliable and all those things that, that persevere you to get to where you need to be. So this is one of those things where we have to acknowledge the differences and kind of balance it out. Now, there's the difference between I'm bored and I'm about to go hop on somebody else's meat, double pause. But look, you will never be on the same page in that regard. So we have to find that happy ground where we can exist, especially if you're seeking a long-term relationship with someone of the opposite sex.
Oh man, this is what I feel.
Warning, enemy nuke has been launched. Repeat, enemy nuke has been launched.
Yeah, fellas, you're done. Like you might as well get on your villain arc and just stop caring. Like the mere fact I just clicked out of that video.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how many likes and comments were in there. But the mere fact that you can put something on there on the, Al Gore's internet, shout out to CGA for that verbiage. It's crazy. It's beyond belief. And some of the best relationships are probably going to be boring, and you don't have like a lot of crazy stuff that's happening. But boring. You know who loves boring? I can tell you who loves boring. Your kids. Your kids love boring. They know that mom and dad are going to be there. They know mom and dad has their back. They don't have to worry about, mom and dad yelling, or wake up one day, dad's on the couch. Dad is, in a, dad was here last night and he's gone. Your kids love boring. They don't want to, have disruption. And everybody tells me, you got to have like, a standard of living, and you don't want to have a lot of chaos with your kids. And what a lot of people will do is just keep, for the women that aren't married, like, I don't know how you can even have or not married, but they're single moms really. And having a guy, come in there every few months, every, 2 months or whatever the timeline is, that's just chaos for the kid. The kid has to figure out, all right, do I got to get this motherfucker a Father's Day gift or whatever? Like, what do I got to do here? And then, as those kids get older, they just start seeing the BS that mom doesn't know how to pick or dad doesn't know how to pick. And, they will tell you they want boring. They may not tell you when they're young they want boring, but they will tell you that, hey, I'm glad you guys are boring. And when you say good men are just boring, yeah, they don't even realize this is why the villain arc exists. This is why it happens. These guys figure out like I'm gonna get done dirty, so I might as well, I won't be the good guy. I won't put on my cape anymore, and I'm gonna be out there in the streets. And I'm okay with like people doing whatever they want to do. People just need to be honest about it.
Yeah, don't shame women who think like this. You just kind of gotta just accept them for who they are. I tell people that I deal with all the time. Some women are for play, and some women are for stay.
Yeah,
If she doesn't view chilling at home watching a good movie on a Friday night as a fun experience, she more than likely want to run the streets. And I say let her. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Let the streets have her, because you're not going to change her, especially if she's anywhere close to my age. People close to my age are pretty much set in their ways.
Yep. Yep, we're gonna be out there wrecking her too. So yes.
But in most relationships do have some elements of boredom in them. Like 9 times out of 10, if I'm somewhere, probably gonna be with my family, I think it's kind of childish for people that are in long-term relationships plus have kids to still have that type of mentality. I get sometimes you're gonna want to take some time for yourself and do some things for yourself, but if you're thinking like this all the time, why
Mhm.
are you trying to start a family in the first place? Why not just be a free agent for the rest of your life? I think that's where we kind of fail as a society. A lot of these women keep saying they want to be wives, but they also have thoughts like this. Oh,
Yeah.
this is going to be boring and I don't want to do this. Then don't do it. Go
Mhm.
ahead and get your little rotation of your 3 different guys, because you got them anyway. We already know y'all having more sex than us.
Oh
So
yeah.
why are we playing about this? If you
That
want
is
to
the
get your
challenge.
cheeks clapped by somebody who don't make a whole lot of money, but he's piping you down and he provides no other benefits to your life, do you? I ain't judging you, but don't expect me to give you wifey treatment either.
Yeah, I think for most men, we know women probably have more sex or they probably have like a wild sex life, but you gotta watch the CGA's channel, Coach Greg Adams, and he does a lot of breakdown on stuff like this. He has a lot of material, a lot of videos to show you what a lot of women are doing before they even turn 25. So they've already, gone through like all the sex, all the drugs, all the wild parties, and then they come for you like, hey, all right, I'm done, I'm ready. I'm ready, guys, show me my prints. And then these gumps come up. I mean, what's trending right now is this. I think it's, oh man, it's the corn star that got married. I want to say it might be Lana Rhodes or whatever. I don't know her name.
Somebody married her?
Yeah. Well, it's either her or somebody else. I'll try to see. We'll see if we can get an edit, get it in post. But the picture is on the right. It's the husband marrying the corn star, and then on the left, it's the corn star in a room, and glazed over, in a room of a lot of melanin gentlemen. Okay. So the comments were wild on that one. I left a comment on somebody's post that said, she puts she puts Planned Parenthood to shame, like all the ghost babies she took. Like,
Imagine dropping her off at work and all of her coworkers know what she tastes like and what she feel like.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
She swallowed Ted over there in the county, and then Bill in security penetrated some of her other holes that more than likely the husband ain't even touched yet.
yeah, it's a crazy thing. And this is the other thing too. So for the husbands or the good guys out there, you could be doing everything right except for giving her like this level of danger, or like making sure that she knows that she could lose you today or something. Like, and I'm not saying you got like every day you got to make her feel like she's going to lose you, but that stuff starts to build up over time. And then she starts talking to like you said, Bill in accounting, or the new security guard is like chattering up a little bit more. Like, this is what a lot of men have to like worry about, because you could be doing everything right, but some dude that has access to your girlfriend or your wife at least 8 hours in the day. I mean, it's only a matter of time. And then she starts realizing, yeah, I want a bad boy, because at least with this guy, it's going to be interesting. At least the one at home who has to, he's always tired, or he doesn't look at me the same way, doesn't compliment me that much. He's a good guy. And they always say he's always a good guy before they, file divorce. But Again, if you got kids involved, then you need to, figure out your shit. But if you don't have kids involved, then maybe you can go separate ways or something. But you're really wasting your time out there because ain't nothing out in the streets except for Johnson and, Johnson. So that's it. Heartache and
Hey,
Johnson.
so as a person who's married, right? This is why I go at no fault divorce the way I do, because we know that 60 to 70% of divorces are filed by women, and they generally don't give a reason. It's irreconcilable differences. That basically means I'm bored. I want to be out here again, and I'm probably going to take some of your assets when I leave. That's how I look at it. But
Mhm.
my personal opinion, every time I won't say marriage, I'll just say a relationship, period. Every time it fails, somebody's at fault. Y'all didn't just wake up one day and say, yeah, let's just call it quits.
Fact.
Somebody did or said something, or maybe sexually they did not do something. Who knows? But somebody's at fault for something. I think this is a goofy roundabout, taking it back to the lady who just spoke. This is a goofy roundabout way that women avoid accountability when it comes to dealing with men.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you're bored with the guy that you're with, and that's literally the only issue that you have with him, that's an easy fix. Go do something. Go take a vacation. Go play pickleball. Go play sand volleyball. Do something. Go to the planetarium. There's tons of stuff to do. Like, that's an easy fix. You're just lazy. And this again goes back to what I'm saying. People in monogamous relationships tend to get lazy.
Yes.
We are the laziest SOBs, and then we have the audacity to go back out to the streets and complain about what's in the dating pool. Stop being lazy. If your guy is boring, tell him. And if he loves you, he gonna step up and he gonna do what he can to spark that fire. Like, why are we making stuff harder than it needs to be?
So here's the thing: like, if a woman is telling you, whatever her grievances are, honestly, I feel like it doesn't matter because it's going to be something else. Like, there's probably a small percentage of women that could probably deliver that message and it'd be heartfelt and it'll stop there. I don't think the majority of women can do that. And I think for most men, unless you're pretty secure in that relationship, you're probably going to crash out anyways. You're going to start thinking like, what, is there somebody else there, or who's making you talk like this, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be something like most guys aren't going to be able to handle that. And so, especially if you're like a guy that's doing everything right, or you believe you're doing everything right, especially like taking care of the family. But no, I feel like if you have those conversations, it's probably over. So just go find a divorce lawyer. Pro tip: talk to all the lawyers. That way she can't talk to the lawyers and she has to get a shit lawyer.
I think a lot of men are waking up though, because marriage is on the decline, period. A lot of men are just opting not to do it. Yep. And I look, stand on your square. Whatever your expectations are, only you know what's going to make you happy. And we're so used to hearing women tell us what they want. We need to get back to a point where guys is like, no, I demand this. And if you can't do this, then let's just figure this out now. Because if you can't do this, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm going to go find something elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, we got some work to do. But when it comes to this topic of boredom, I think most of it is BS. And I think it's just an excuse of women to skate past accountability.
Oh yeah, 100% accountability. But this is the thing: even if you got a man that's out there, saying the opposite or saying maybe the same thing, that guy's getting demonetized. Like, they're sending the hate towards that person, and it's unfortunate though, because women need to. Well, it goes back to Shaq. Just telling them like, hey, here are the issue. Here's the real thing. The accountability. Women do not want to hear it unless a woman or a Derek Jackson is telling them, feeding them, pandering to them, lying to them. And that's why a lot of the women out there have this misguided idea, like, hey, if you're bored, you should be happy. So go leave your marriage and find yourself. Well, you broke up your home and now you're trying to see what's on these streets. But the marriage is on a decline, and it's because of women. So like the marriage, the no fault divorce.
That's a whole different conversation, but there's definitely some work that needs to be done. But if you are in a monogamous relationship, whether they be long-term or married, stop being lazy. Have some fun, get to the gym, go to the bedroom and clap some cheeks. Quit playing around.
Yes, clap cheeks. That solves everything.
At least temporarily.
All right, we're gonna go to the next.